It's Viva Physical Media here. I'm Emily.
I'm Kevin.
And we have a special little event for you guys today.
Yeah, come up, we have an interview with the guys who made the movie The Paper Tigers.
It's super good, much like this intro. And we talked to the director, the producers, and the editor. So check it out and watch Paper Tigers.
And we're going, so anytime.
Oh, in order of importance, my name is Bao Tran, the writer-director of The Paper Tigers.
Hi, I'm Al'n Duong. I'm one of the producers of The Paper Tigers.
And I'm Dan Gildark, one of the producers of The Paper Tigers.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for being here with us today at Scarecrow.
Our pleasure.
If you want to just give a little rundown to our viewers what The Paper Tigers is, go for it. Without big spoilers.
No big spoilers. Okay, well, The Paper Tigers is a kung fu action comedy shot right here in Seattle. We're all Seattle natives, and we produced the film here in 2019, and we just finished and have done our wide release just May of 2021. So we're excited to be here officially on DVD and Blu-ray. The movie's about these three washed-up kung fu students who have grown up and gone their separate ways, but they find out that their master's killed, and they have to avenge him somehow. But now they've got kids, they've got jobs, they've got families and all, and so on. And so a lot of fun ensues, and hopefully you'll see a lot of cool Seattle sights, but also a really fun movie. Probably the funnest action comedy since The Parallax View that was made in Seattle.
So I read that The Paper Tigers is based a lot on your personal experience. Could you elaborate on, hopefully not the murder stuff was based on your personal experience.
My lawyer has told me not to speak to that, yes.
But yeah, how much of it is based on stuff from your life?
Yeah, well, definitely, martial arts has been a huge part of my life, but also martial arts here in Seattle. As you know, Bruce Lee first came here when he came to America, and he came to Seattle to set down his roots. Just up the street is one of his kung fu schools, and he went to the University of Washington, met his wife here, and so a lot of the students that he taught during that time in the early 60s continue to teach, and they were all kind of like different types of colors and stripes of people, definitely non-Chinese. So he taught kung fu to a lot of people, much to the consternation of the Chinatown elders. So a lot of that, we're very thankful for that history, and we're definitely part of that lineage, if you will, of martial arts in the Pacific Northwest. So the movie is definitely a love letter to that as our heritage, but also just stories and wonderful people that I've met along the way, and maybe they're partially inspired to put into this film. Minus the murder, yes.
Crossing fingers.
Yeah, right?
That's real.
Yeah.
Well, that's really your next question?
Oh, yeah. I need to know, is the poison fingers real?
Oh, well, it's
And do you know how to do it?
Yes, well, if I did, I wouldn't know how to use it. So that's yeah, poison fingers is fun. In martial arts, there's kind of these different techniques that can cause certain damage or even healing. And so it's kind of even a broader thing about what acupressure is and all those things. So if you believe in that, it's not too far late to believe that there's certain meridian points that you could touch. So it's a very debated thing in martial arts, and some people do believe it, some people are skeptical. So it's an interesting conversation point. So I will say the jury's still out for me.
Yeah, I guess you won't know until it's too late.
You never know. Yeah. Yeah.
What is your guys' favorite thing about filming in Seattle in the International District?
The food. Yeah, the best part.
Absolutely.
Yeah, shooting the idea was fantastic. It was also a bit of a coming home because that's kind of our usual stop that we hang out, especially with the Seattle Asian American Film Festival. That's kind of like where our community is there, and a lot of artists, wonderful people that kind of came out and brought food for us while we were shooting, and brought snacks, and it was just a cool place to be because it was almost like we just knew we could make quick phone calls if we had to, you borrow a couple things and borrow some locations and stuff like that. So
it's a big community,
huge community. Yeah, it's
Hometown support.
Yeah, definitely hometown support, and I would just remember when we were shooting, some of the restaurants came out with some goodies and snacks, so we had all this Hood Famous Bakery that brought out, all the wonderful cheesecakes and truffle,
And the
delish.
Yeah, the Wing Luke Museum, bro.
Good timing.
Oh, this guy.
Speaking of stuffing our faces with food, here's Kris Kristensen,
This is our
our
award-winning
editor.
Award-winning editor.
Everybody get real friendly.
Real cozy. This is like the Two Live Crew album cover. Yeah.
One of my favorite things about the movie was that you can tell when something's made by someone from or who lives in Seattle because there's not one shot of the Space Needle.
Yes.
In the whole thing, there's not a flyover that's like, oh, here's where Seattle is, and then it cuts to Vancouver or whatever.
Fish and Pike Place or anything like that.
We had some investors who wanted that.
I'm sure, yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. On your Wikipedia page for the movie.
I have a Wikipedia?
Yes. Congratulations.
You did it.
You made it.
We
said
did
the movie, not
the
you.
movie.
It said there was a huge storm when you guys were trying to film on the rooftop for that fight scene.
True fact.
Was that crazy or what, man?
That's true fact. Whoever was writing this Wikipedia is on the ball here. Yeah. We did. I don't know if, we were on the rooftop of one of those Chinatown buildings that kind of overlooks the old, I guess you call it PacMed or Grey's Anatomy Hospital, and then Safeco, or you call it Lumen now, and then and T-Mobile Park, and then
all the things that used to be things.
all the things that it was crazy. But the Wonder Bread building is still there, so you can see that. But yeah, that was the night. I don't know if folks can remember. There was a huge thunderstorm that shut down the Husky game. It was probably the biggest thunderstorm in like probably a decade or so.
Yeah, a couple
that
decades,
rolled
yeah.
in.
I think it was like 40 years.
40 years or something like that. So we were on the roof with all these metal points and
C-stands.
C-stands and all those things. And I welcomed the chaos. No,
The movie was blessed.
And then exactly. And we were shut down we were blessed by being shut down.
Fun.
So we were out for maybe 4 hours for the storm to pass, and shooting at night is kind of tricky because when the sun comes up, you're kind of done with your shooting day. So it cut our day even shorter, but our crew was awesome, and they just bounced back. So, but yes, true story, true fact.
Yep. That was Godzilla in the background.
I love it. I'm sure it's not the fans.
So we heard the story about how Hollywood producers wanted a white action star to be the lead in the Paper Tigers. Bruce Willis was the one. That was the example.
Dan Gildark
They
was also
wouldn't
named. They
listen to
threw
me.
out. Yeah.
he was the guy who said it.
He
The
did.
guy's still saying.
How about Bruce Willis?
Just throwing some names out.
just spitballing here. Just
Do you guys want to touch about how important representation is to you and your work?
Please allow me.
Let me explain representation.
No, I got this.
Yeah. Sit on your hands, please.
Oh man, no, it's been a long road for us. I mean, in total, this took 10 years to make this movie, and I've been a part of it for 8 years, and most of it was trying to fundraise for this movie. And for us, we were pitching before Black Panther and Crazy Rich Asians, and so the whole idea of people of color leading a movie was not fashionable during that time. It wasn't trending, and so a lot of studios didn't understand, like how they could make a profit off of having 3 leads that are POC. And so we had a lot of offers, the multi-million-dollar offers, to simply just replace the lead into a white character. And for us, it just didn't make any sense. I mean, if you watch the movie itself, it just absolutely. And so we ended up, spending the next 8 years just fundraising alone, and got all the money ourselves. And in that way, we were kind of in the driver's seat to cast the people that we wanted to cast. And as you can see, the actors here were absolutely amazing. And that just kind of opened up a lot of opportunities for actors that usually don't get a leading role in big movies. And so and we were just super thankful that it all worked out and everyone got along.
That's good.
Yeah, that's a huge thing.
I was going to ask, but my next question was going to be on that topic. Which one of them was your favorite?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm asking you to pick favorites. I know.
Oh, all right. I already.
It's the bartender.
Yeah.
Don't get them started.
Yeah.
We
don't-
the
all have their
911
own-
operator.
Yeah. Or also the Kung Fu classmates, the Kung Fu
Yes.
students. As you know, we were mentioning all our cameos, so you have to watch this, and everyone just rattled off themselves as their role as
One way to
cameo.
find out.
Yeah. But going back to the race casting and all this stuff. I mean, yeah, it was great that we had them, but honestly, I'll tell you now, Scarecrow, I had my doubts. Chris and I had our doubts still when we were editing, so we tried to desaturate in color correction just to see, but once we did that, yeah, we made the right choice, right, Chris?
I think so.
In fact, you could do this. You could do
I
this
want it
at
to be in
home.
black and white.
You could do this and have fun at home. If you want to see what white characters look like, watch this and turn down the saturation on your TV and watch.
It is a lot funnier and more action.
More saleable. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and if you squint, they kind of look like Bruce Willis, and that's it. Yeah.
I find my neighbors come over to watch it when I put it.
Oh, okay.
What is this movie?
What kind of neighborhood are you in, Chris, right now?
Wow.
Yeah. This
We're learning a lot.
Scarecrow, you brought
is
out
good.
all the skeletons.
This
It was
is
great.
good.
Yeah,
This is good
great.
stuff. This
Everyone's
is a
gonna be
real
like, how'd they
scoop.
get the dirt on that?
Exactly. The scoop.
About how you were mentored by Corey Yun.
Yes,
That's awesome.
it is awesome.
We're all big fans of Corey Yun around here.
Yes.
I even like that DOA movie. I don't know if
I
that's,
love it.
I don't know if
I
that's
love it.
popular.
I was here for all of it.
This is
Does he have a
awesome.
director's section?
I wish.
I'm gonna go check.
Not yet.
I
I
mean,
know.
you gotta do something.
We're working on it.
Okay.
We're working on it. You know.
And then my one title next to it.
And he also yeah, and yours too. Yeah, we'll put yours. We'll slip yours in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Put all of these copies in there.
Exactly.
It'll look impressive.
Well, here's the Seattle connection. Well, Corey is from Seattle, or his family's here, but he also, shot No Retreat, No Surrender
That's
in
right.
Seattle.
Yeah.
One of the first, Hong Kong directors to really cross over to America,
Yeah.
and even that, and broke out, Van Damme and so on. So huge influence. Yeah, I mean, everything that he kind of taught me, hopefully, kind of reflects into this film as well. So that's also, like I said, this movie is kind of a love letter to our teachers, not just martial arts teachers, but our movie teachers, our mentors, everyone. Hopefully, anyone that can watch this can kind of relate and have their teacher figures and appreciate that relationship, whether it be martial arts or not. So.
Awesome. Yeah, and the martial arts, the fight scenes are great in it too. There weren't really any cheats in there that I could see.
Yeah.
You could
Well,
believe that the people actually knew what they were doing,
Yeah.
fighting-wise.
that's good. Thank you. Yeah. Well, Chris also charges by the cut, so we could only afford
So you wanted to get
X
the
amount of
masters.
cuts, and then so it was just
Like, don't cut yet.
The original invoice was pretty.
With a lot. Okay. It looked like a Michael Bay movie
Yeah.
at first. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
this
He
is what-
zeroed out the invoice for us.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It's like my real rate was.
Our show's called Viva Physical Media.
Viva.
We obviously love DVDs and Blu-rays,
Yes.
laser discs, VHS. Are you guys big physical media fans?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Big in the hands.
Yeah.
Big in the hands right here.
What are besides this movie that's in front of you? If each you could do like what's like a favorite off the top of your head, even.
For me, like I was mentioning, just perusing your Laserdisc, I mean, that was a lot of kind of childhood memories, just understanding like movies as a kind of a premium line. It's not necessarily you just go to Blockbuster and you just grab the tape, but there's something on Laserdisc and you feel it like in that slip cover and all. It just feels like cool, and there's a magic like putting it in the tray and just watching it close, and
Right.
and so that's a lot of fun. And just my memories of renting movies in Chinatown, renting movies here at Scarecrow is just like grabbing tapes and just devouring movies just by physical media. And then so that tactical, I never really cut on film, and I know people kind of mention that tactile feeling of touching film, like, and I can kind of associate that with holding a movie in your hands, like it's real and you actually own it. And
Right.
it doesn't go away, and it doesn't change platforms and get resold or whatever. It's like, this is your
just-
movie, and this is like your hand-worn piece attachment to the movie itself.
Yeah, I lived in the U District for like 10 years, and I just remember going to Scarecrow, and then like a couple titles that kind of come to mind that I was only able to find here was, I believe there was one Korean movie, Arahan, right? That was a favorite, and then there was another, I don't remember, it might have been called The Princess Blade, but it
Princess
was
Bride.
But it was, I think it was
Different
choreographed
film.
by like Donnie Yen or something like that.
Yeah.
And like I just remember finding that there. It was a random find, and then I was like, oh my god, I love this movie. And so that was just sort of my memory of Scarecrow video, and just going through all the sections, and then yeah, a lot of fun. I mean, a lot of memories, and again, the sound is amazing on Blu-ray. It's way better than streaming. So
It's true.
yeah. So.
You have a great history with Scarecrow. So I moved to Seattle in the early 90s, and I've spent a lot of time here over the years. I mean, as far as some of my favorites in Kung Fu world, I guess 36 Chamber of Shaolin and Master of the Flying Guillotine. Like two of my old-time favorites that I love.
I just moved from over here in the U District to West Seattle, and I love my new place. But the one thing that I cannot stand is that you guys are not around the corner anymore. And,
Sorry.
And so like I'm trying to write a script right now, and I'm like, oh, I gotta research this. I want to watch these like 6, 7 different movies. It's like, damn it. They can't get them just so off the my fingertips. So
They do rental by mail now.
I know, and I'm gonna grab some while I'm here. So, but yeah, I mean, I have great memories coming here. And it's like for all of your signings, and meeting Alex Cox, who I think most people who know me would probably say Jaws is my go-to movie, but like I think Repo Man is like the biggest influence on me, and so meeting him here was just fantastic. And I used to do this film festival thing and got to meet Thelma Schoonmaker and interviewed her for my podcast, and it was all kind of by just coming in here. So yeah, Scarecrow is awesome.
There's something, just back to this point, there's something really cool about when you recommend something and you give the movie to the person as opposed to, go look it up, add it to your queue,
But then you never get it back.
Yeah, you never get it back. There's something beautiful about, like, this is the movie I'm, committing to you to watch. It's just really special. It's like a book, or it's...
But, I was just going to say, I mean, there's the other element, which is like when you go to somebody's house who's a filmmaker, it's like, I don't look at their book collection, I look at their movie collection.
You judge them.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Every time.
And we need to talk.
About all the DVDs I never returned. You're like,
Yes.
those are my DVDs.
Wait a minute.
Those are mine.
Have you guys worked on something before that has gotten a physical release, like DVD and Blu-ray like this?
For me, I mean, I had a CD burner, so we burned DVDs. Write the label, it'd be like my rap album, just passing out. So, but never like this. This is my first, kind of like official label and packaging. So it's really exciting to kind of see this in IRL.
Awesome.
In front. So yeah.
Yeah, my first as well. I mean, it's amazing to see it right there. So
I have a film in your archives from a long time ago called Cthulhu. And this is a much nicer release. I don't know if Blu-ray was a thing when I did my.
No, probably
Did
not.
my film.
We have it here though. Yeah.
Yeah, like Dan, I am old as well, and so I've got a film
Excuse me,
here.
sir?
I've got a film here called Inheritance.
Oh.
And but I'll tell you, I came in here last week. I was in the neighborhood, and I bought a copy, and I walked out. It was like, it wasn't until I got out into my car, I was like, wait a minute, I think my name's on the back of this. And I was like, oh my god, it is. It's real cool.
That's
So,
awesome.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Awesome.
And just a bit of tidbit, our distributor is Wellgo USA. They're based out of Plano, Texas. It's a mom and pop distributor who basically kind of created all these DVDs and Blu-rays that you see here. And we were able to visit them a couple weeks ago. And this is all handcrafted.
Yeah.
I saw them actually put this in the disc and put the slip covers and everything.
There's like 6 of them at a table in the back.
Small
like,
army in the
making
back.
these by
It's,
hand,
it's cool. It's a mom and pop shop, so maybe that's another way to help support the film or think of supporting the film. It's like all this was definitely grassroots from on down, from the way we got the movie made, but also our distributor, who's a specialty distributor in this space. They've done Train to Busan and Yitman and all this, but we're just so excited to be part of that slate.
Well, tell me how our distributor got started.
They started out doing karaoke videos, like I was just mentioning, Laserdisc karaoke videos,
Okay.
and they got into, they distributed Riverdance. I'm sure you have this title here, up on the
Would you like to demonstrate?
yeah, moves. So and then they moved into feature film distribution. So kind of worked backwards from home video, physical media into theatrical and streaming options. So take that, A24. Yeah,
I love it.
boring.
I love it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to, I don't know, plug anything you're working
Yeah.
on next?
What are we doing next? We've
What are we
been
doing next?
so deep in
Besides
this.
just hanging out and chilling.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd plug Scarecrow Video. I mean, really. No, there's a lot of great memories, and hopefully many, many more memories we can continue to have. I was just talking about all the posters I remember when I was walking through when I was growing up, and so I was curious where all those posters are. But this is an amazing place. It's such a important institution, really, not just for Seattle, but also the whole country and just really the world, because this stuff is so important. And there's movies that you see on streaming or that aren't even available on streaming that are on physical media. So I can't stress enough how important it is to support and it's not supporting, it's not work. Just come and watch movies from Scarecrow
Yeah,
Video.
we're doing something
Yeah,
for you guys.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's like come here and watch great movies that you can't see anywhere else. Exactly. That's Scarecrow Video to me.
I think
You're here.
that's a perfect way to go out with their bang. The fans are
Yeah, they're
Banging
beating
on
down the
the-
gates,
yeah,
so
yeah.
we gotta let them in
Okay,
to the
yeah.
signing. So
Thank you guys so much.
thanks so much.
Yeah,
Thanks
thank
for
you
taking the
guys.
time to
Thank
talk
you,
to us.
Scarecrow Video.
Thank you.
Three Tigers back again.